And we're back. Last time out of Monaco, it didn't go that well at all. We actually DNF'd, so yeah, our point situation is, it's something alright. But now we have the Spanish Grand Prix. I don't remember how I did it in 1998, but I mean, I say this, but I remember that my worst result the entire year was the 9th at Silverstone. But if I remember correctly, we did finish the race in a relatively good spot. Nothing happened because this is Barcelona, so of course nothing happens. But it wasn't a disaster either. And after what happened at Monaco, I need a good result. So let's not waste any more time, and let's see if I can actually get said good result. So you have the qualifying, folks. Okay, I need to check. Can you actually check how close it was? No, I cannot, but goddamn, that was actually close. But yeah, anyway, so two-stop strategy as is becoming the norm. We're sitting in 7th, so 43 laps. Let's get on with things. And it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5. And we're off in Barcelona. And this time we are actually Barcelona. In the meantime, not a decent start. We're struggling to get past Lucas. Hard breaking into 1. We go past Hakkinen. Irvine goes for the lead. We go on the inside of Coulthard. Irvine takes the lead, next is Schumacher, and of course it's ourselves. And, potential double overtake. No, we've gone past Schumacher, but not Irvine. But, there we go. We take the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix. Now let's try and see if we can actually put a gap. And, yeah, I know, of course, this is not the actual layout I used, as I'll wreck myself almost. And, of course, they were now using the chicane in 1999. But, whatever. Okay. There is a version of Barcelona with the new layout, but of course it has the modified AI, and a good chunk of the modded tracks that were made, actually all the modded tracks that were made for the game, well, the vanilla AI is pretty trash because it's pretty slow. So, yeah, no real reason to actually use them. There we go. Now Barcelona, who's very likely going to host its final race this year with the Grand Prix of Barcelona Catalunya. They missed a good opportunity to call it just the Catalan Grand Prix. Unless they couldn't name it like this because otherwise MotoGP/Dorna would have complained. But whatever, I guess. Because of course the Spanish Grand Prix is going to go to Madrid. And of course, the Spanish Grand Prix is going to return as a later run of the calendar instead of being in the early parts after so many years. I believe since 19. I believe since what? The 1980s, where the Spanish Grand Prix has been held this late into the season. Of course, at the time, the Spanish Grand Prix was still held at Jerez, because they got to Barcelona until 1991. But still. There we go. And nope, no first level of the race, but whatever. I will say this immediately. This video is probably going to come out very late or potentially even tomorrow because I have to render the Kamakura Saga reboot race at Denver. It's race 29 of 30, and unfortunately I didn't have the time because I couldn't do it earlier. Couldn't record it earlier. So yeah, a little warning. Also, yeah, tomorrow will be the final race of the Kamakura Saga reboot, thank God. We also finished today NASCAR Nexus, which I'm really glad that it's done, because number one, I can finally go back and making 2 videos. /3 if you count the Formula Fantasy series that is going on the other channel. In the meantime, yeah, the tires are already dying. I'm supposed to keep them alive until lap 10, apparently. And also because I've been trying to do a series with NASCAR Nexus for a good while, and now I can finally say I managed to do it. Of course, I have no idea when I'll do Velocity and Impact, which are the O'Reilly and Truck series of NASCAR Nexus. For that matter, I actually haven't figured out even a character to use for NASCAR Impact. For NASCAR Velocity, it's gonna be Mira Hayashi, who's the sister of Rick, the character that they've used for NASCAR Nexus. There we go. But as I said, for the trucks, still no idea.
The car behind is on standard revs. Car behind is running standard revs.
Am I on standard revs? Yes, I am. Okay. So yeah, I finally managed to get that monkey off my shoulders. Also, Formula Fantasy, I just posted the Bahrain race, and yeah, I am honestly shocked by just dominant have been. For the record, I am oh god. I am running the races on Legend difficulty. So I have no idea. I know that I'm using a modified version of another mod, but yeah, I'm generally shocked by just how easy it's been right now. Okay.
The car behind is dropping back around a half a second a lap.
But yeah, tomorrow will be the Chinese Grand Prix, so let's see what's going to happen over there. And also, I am currently working on a bit of a surprise that unfortunately will replace the 2008 the series that I was doing with the 2008 mod because yeah, because of the botch that I had with the deleting my accidentally deleting the save file. So I'm gonna do something else instead. And everything is basically ready to go. I just need to figure out, just do the last remaining modifications to the language files, and then we will be good to go. And also, once the Kamukriri Saga is finished, of course, the Gen 4. I don't remember the name of the series. Gen 4 series will be resuming, but instead of doing a 36 race calendar, I've decided to go back to a 30 race schedule because, yeah, I don't exactly feel like doing 36 races. But the International Race of Champions, the International Tournament of Champions, actually, sorry, will have the 40 races that I promised. In the meantime, okay, ooh, shit, yep, this tires will have to last another 2 laps, especially my front left. My front left's just screaming for mercy. Yeah, I know, I know. Oh boy. I seriously hope that I don't have to deal with this much tire wear when we have to talk 2000. Somebody's is already in the pits in the meantime. Okay, into chicane. Yay! Okay. Next lap.
The pit window is open. Box this lap.
Just trying to assist one more lap. In the meantime, you have to do something. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm back.
Watch out for the car behind. He's only 2 seconds down on you. He might try and overtake if you make a mistake.
I'd be more worried about my tires. Oh shit, yep. I need to pit right now. Hey! Felt the car sliding. Okay.
You need to pit in this lap.
Yeah, I know. Hey! Okay, into the pits we go. So is somebody else going to follow us? And the answer is going to be nope, apparently not. Actually, no, somebody is, and that is Schumacher. Alright then. Through goes Rubens, and we're going to rejoin in 5th potentially.
There's some traffic at the pit exit. Watch out as you rejoin the track.
Okay. So that's stop number 1 done.
You're on the prime tyres. Only one stop to go.
Alright.
We think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
You mean truly?
Looking at your tyres in relation to the car ahead, we believe you're in a much better position with regards to tyre life. You can attack the car ahead, use your advantage.
I actually never heard that line. Ever. I actually wasn't
Times are looking good.
I actually wasn't aware that existed. Holy shit. So that also means Ruby's also struggling with the tires.
Watch it, we're on the same team.
Well,
You've damaged the front wing, it's only minor, so stay out. Keep to the original pit strategy.
okay. Back into the lead we go. But well, this gonna put better in the works. God damn it. But yeah, I was just saying, I am generally shocked by just how easy Formula Fantasy has been. And I swear to God, they didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to the AI, I put it on Legend. Honestly, I have no idea what is going on. But yeah, now we're gonna deal with the Chinese Grand Prix up next. Okay.
You have a 4-second lead over the car behind. 4 seconds.
Did Michael? No, Michael didn't. No, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did pit alongside me. He did, yeah. Ooh, fuck. How the hell is that not corner cutting? But okay. Also, should I put on lean to save some fuel at least? You know what? Screw it. Fine, I'll do it. Schumacher fast lap of the race by a full second. And speaking of Schumacher, I've read the news that the guy is now, his situation has gone a little bit better in the sense of he's not bedridden, he's now in a wheelchair and looks to be somewhat aware of his surroundings. Which, of course, it's not much, but it's always better. It's always better than nothing. Apparently I think it was Brundle that said, I don't remember who said this, but apparently Schumacher does not remember he's a 7-time world champion. And I know I shouldn't joke about this because of course...
By the car behind. Consider turning up your mix. 2 and 3 are available.
And no, thanks, Jeff. I'll stick with lean until I can actually have, you know, at least
The car behind is running on full revs. He's
one
running
lap
close
worth
to
of
gap.
fuel. And you know what? No, I'm not gonna say it.
Spare fuel. You should consider turning up the engine for a few laps.
Okay, Michael's caught up to me. So, you know what? I think, okay, sure, I'll do exactly what you said. Oh, that was way too fucking slow. But yeah, at least we know something good about Michael's situation. Ah, damn it. Nay. Come on, that's a move Michael would do. Come on. I'm giving him a taste of his own medicine. Okay. When am I supposed to pit again? Lap 22. But I have damage from away, so it's definitely going to take way longer. Shit. Here he is. Thanks for leaving the space. Back to standard. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is like, what, the second time we engaged in a battle with Michael? I guess I should just call him Schumacher because Ralph is not driving in this series. But still... Okay. There we go. Nice. Okay, now he's gonna go for another move. Back to Rich. Ooh! That was a hell of a lot closer than I wanted it to be.
Place. Let's try and stay here.
That was a hell of a lot more closer than I wanted it to be. Jesus Christ. Okay, now I need the certified F1 2014 moment where I block the AI and they fall back down. By a lot. Get back to standard. Okay. Oh shit! Okay. Oh Jesus. There he is again. Back to Rich.
Okay, it looks like the car ahead is trying to create a gap. He's running full revs, maximum power.
I just can't keep fucking going like this.
Your rear tyres look a little cold. Try to warm them up.
Okay. Yay, okay. Yeah, for the complete Borefest of 1998 to the pretty exciting battle of 1999. Amazing what a year difference can make. Okay. Okay, now we should have a bigger gap on Schumacher, so hopefully we should be safe at least for this lap. And yes, the answer is absolutely. Actually, what is the next race? Canada? Or is it Austria? I honestly can't remember. I think it was Canada or Austria. Whatever. In the meantime, okay, nice and easy. Okay, nice. Hit the chicane. Don't mess this one up, please. And there we go. Nice. I'm pretty sure we actually had the same gap from that we had in the last lap, so we're good to go. Okay.
Keep the tyres warm. Keep warming the tyres.
I'm actually run out of topics to talk about. Okay, we have to lap on in 4 laps. Okay. Alright, nice and easy.
Be aware, we think the car behind is trying to save fuel.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. So, Michael right now he has quit. Well, for now at least. Oh, right. So, about the new series, the series that I'm going to replace the 2008 mod with, there's gonna be two characters that I added a last minute change to the lineup because, well, let's just say that the series they originally come from, or the season they come from, didn't exactly give them a good spotlight. And yes, I'm talking about Kokoro and Nana from Kimi to Idol Pretty Cure. Now, I know that it's weird for me to talk about Pretty Cure in a series that has nothing to do with Pretty Cure, at least. Me rambling about Pretty Cure in the stupidest thing I've ever heard made sense because, you know, it was about Pretty Cure. But might as well say that. Kimi to Idol ended this week, and it was a pretty mediocre season. I won't go into the details, but for its purposes, from all the reaction that I've seen throughout the last year and of course these early parts of the year, I did not miss a single goddamn thing by skipping it entirely. And I read a review made by somebody on a Discord server that I'm in, and yeah, that pretty much prompted me to say, okay, I should probably have, I should probably give Kokoro and Nana the spotlight that the series decided to completely negate.
You and the car behind. See if you can increase the gap.
So yeah, they will be on the on the series as drivers, which effectively means that now I've used 5 cures in all the stuff that I've done. I'm not gonna say who the first 2 cures are, but I can say, of course, I used Elena, Cure Soleil for Awusko rerun, and I'm using Nana and Kokoro for this one.
Your rear tires look a little cold. Try to warm them up.
But in the meantime, we're going to pit, and yeah, the tires are exactly in the same awful situation. Okay. Oh yeah, by pitting will be 10 laps to go. I didn't notice that. Okay.
Remember to pit this lap.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. God damn it, I forgot to mention. I forgot to.
Much between you and the car behind. Just 2 seconds.
I have a front wing to replace, so that's probably going to take it. So, chances are my wing could be out of the window. And into the pits we go. I completely forgot about the goddamn front wing. Oh god. This is gonna be painful as hell. So either get those positions back right away, or I have to say the Championship League goodbye.
Release.
And ooh. Oh no fucking way.
Watch out for traffic as you rejoin the track.
Well, I have no idea.
Car behind is only a second.
Okay,
1 second.
Holy shit. Now I have no idea if to actually, now I have no idea if the mechanics did an awesome job, or Ferrari and McLaren botched the stop. Because how the fuck I managed to get in front of him with a damaged front wing. Either my mechanics came in clutch, or the Ferrari and McLaren mechanics choked it. But that effectively means that we are leading the Spanish Grand Prix with 10 laps to go. And somebody else is coming out of the pits, would assume a minority. And the answer looks to be no. It's a BAR. Yep, it's a. I want to say it's a BAR, because that looks more like 555. They blow 555 than. No, yeah, it's a BAR. And willing to bet it's Villeneuve. Of course, yeah. This was the race in which Villeneuve actually was in the points for a very good chunk of the race until his engine gave up. I'm pretty sure that was the. Not only that, but he also managed to be in third. So yeah, that's Villeneuve. He was in third and managed to hold the Ferraris for a very long time. And I think it was Zonta that actually had the botched pit stop, because the mechanics were trying to no, actually I think it was still Villeneuve that where the mechanics tried to move a bit from the rear wing, and they took like half a minute to get it off. I'm pretty sure it was still Villeneuve, and then he had the engine failure. And he made a cool for fast lap of the race, 2/10 faster than mine. Almost 2/10 faster than mine.
We think the car behind is running on full revs. He's trying to close the gap.
Of course, the BAR, and of course a story in itself. I already said the dual livery thing. There are plenty of stories about BAR in 1999, and of course the other one is the fact that Villeneuve scored 11 consecutive DNFs before they finally saw the checker flag. And of course the story of the bet him and Zonta did at Spa, to which we're gonna talk about that once we actually get there, because it's either hilarious or stupid, depends on who you ask. It's actually probably both. No, it's not probably both. It's absolutely both. It was both hilarious and also ridiculously stupid. And now for the ones asking, BAR couldn't score points even at the European Grand Prix. Yeah, so much bullshit happened in that race, but BR scoring points was not one of those. Actually, a couple of days ago, I talked about the intro of Grand Prix Legends into the NASCAR Racing Classic Discord server. You know, the one that has AC Racing, the one that has GP Labs, and even the creator of my summer car. Yeah, Topless Gun. Oh god, what was his name again? Jonas Royola. The guy is in that server, and I talked about the Grand Prix Legends intro and how different it was to the rest of the intros of the other Papyrus games, mainly, of course, the NASCAR racing stuff. Because in the NASCAR racing games, including NASCAR Legends, the intro is super energetic, super hype. You know, it's one of those intros that actually gets you hyped up to play the game. Grand Prix Legends, on the other hand, is super dramatic. It's super dramatic, it's filled with tension, and it's a very, very stark contrast, which makes sense considering that Papyrus, that game is about 60s Formula 1, and of course that was the period in which safety was how can I say this? Where safety was actually considered a sign of weakness, actually. If we were asking for safety in those days, if we were worried about safety overall, like for safety, of course, if you're worried about safety, more often than not, truck owners and even the fans thought you were a pussy. I'm explaining like terribly, but yeah, that was basically the feeling about safety in the period that Grand Prix Legends sat on, where basically safety equals pussing out. Worrying about safety means you're just a chicken shit that should not be doing this job. And we actually mentioned the that ad that Papyrus put when announcing Grand Prix Legends that said in 1968 they changed the rules of Grand Prix racing to reduce server fatalities, and on the other page it went on the other half of the poster went "Welcome to 1967," which is actually kind of a lie, because in 1968. 1968 had a lot of things. It was the beginning of the Era Wars. Formula One basically became a spec series, unless your name was BAR or Ferrari, and later down the line Matra, because the majority of the teams had Ford for the DFVs. There was a lot of things, but rules for safety. Changing the rules for safety was not one of those. In fact, 1968 was a really brutal year in terms of driver fatalities. Just to mention one, Jim Clark. In 1968 was the year Jim Clark died, in a Formula 2 race at Germany. So, for fantasy purposes, real changes for safety didn't happen until 1969. Now, there were bits and pieces. For example, Dan Gurney in 1968 brought a full helmet with him. But there was you know, one or two separate cases. You know, it wasn't like a sport-wide mandate. But it was until 1969 where the drivers actually started, you know, getting worried about safety, and the sport was also getting a little bit more worried about safety. Not to the extent of today, of course not. That would still take, you know, years of more people dying before we got to the safety standards of today. But still, it was a lot more than just a couple of years before. Need to remind you that Jackie Stewart led a boycott of the 1969 Belgian Grand Prix. And I also believe they all boycotted the German Grand Prix in that year. In fact, for these purposes, the boycott led Spa to be dropped off the calendar until they came up with the layout that now we all know. Because at the time it was still like the super fast but also super dangerous street course layout. And of course, the German Grand Prix, as I just mentioned, they were still racing at the Nordschleife. So that tagline is actually kind of a lie. Okay. Okay, I remember actually. Okay, I don't remember who. In 1970 was Jochen Rittelmans, everybody remembers that. In 1973 it was Roger Williamson in that infamous crash that was called Live. That, as Adam Milward said, basically embarrassed Formula 1 into actually, you know, changing stuff. Helmut Koenig, where it was basically dismembered by the guardrail at Watkins Glen, and that who also Alexei Francois Sauveur's crash was combined and used for a fatal crash at Rush in the Rush movie. So yeah, it still took a lot of people to die before we got to the safety changes that we all know. But for this purposes, 1968 did not do. 1968 was about a lot of things, but safety regulations was. But new rules for safety was not one of those. So, Papyrus, you lied. In any case.
You have a 2-second gap to the car behind. We need to keep it clean so he doesn't get a chance to overtake.
Also, speaking of, turns out that there's in the server there's one guy that has worked on at Codemasters before they were bought by EA, and actually mentioned the rumor that I remember reading about years ago, that said that Codemaster had tried to hire Jeff Crammond, the creator of the Grand Prix games, for F1 2010, but he refused. Apparently, and that guy said, I work at Codemasters in that period, and I don't remember hearing that rumor at all. So, I guess it was complete bullshit, because I mean, if it was there, why would I doubt that? Okay, you might say that. Okay, it's been a long time, so he probably forgot. But just the fact that he was actually there is more credible than anything else. So I'm going to take his word for it. In the meantime, and yes, I'm aware of the apparent re-release of the Grand Prix games, and let's see how easy they are to mod. Probably not much, but whatever. In the meantime, into the final corner, into the main straight, and we are going to win the Spanish Grand Prix.
Congratulations on the win. The whole team's ecstatic. Great driving.
And so, we win the Spanish Grand Prix, and we definitely did not lap everybody, so what the hell is wrong with you, game? But anyway, we won the Spanish Grand Prix. Second is Eddie Irvine, third is Michael Schumacher, and then is David Coulthard, Heinz Frentzen, Mika Häkkinen, Damon Hill, Lucas Lundin, Giancarlo Fisichella, and Olivier Panis rounding out the top 10. Pretty sure those are the first point for Prost, but it could be wrong. Jacques Villeneuve, no DNFs for this race. Jacques Villeneuve wins last car, and again, I sure did not lap everybody, but okay, I'll take it. But yeah, now I'm gonna take the thumbnail and then go back and check out the updated championship standings. So see you in a bit. And we're back. And so, we are still championship leaders. Michael Schumacher is in second, David Coulthard is in third, Eddie Irvine is in fourth, Häkkinen is fifth, and it's Frentzen, Lucas, Hill, Zanardi, Barrichello, Fisichella, Wurz, and Panis and Dennis round up the point scorers. As for the constructors, Ferrari leads, McLaren is second, Stewart is third, Jordan is fourth, is Dennis Williams, Benetton, Sauber, and Prost. And now BAR, Minardi, and Arrows are the teams with no points whatsoever. And with that, we're gonna end the video here. So, if you liked it, give it a like. If you see more content like this, hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you get it when next video drops. And I have nothing else to say other than see you next video, everybody. This is Alpha, signing out.